Hey everybody, I'm John Finn, and today's my 40th birthday, so what am I doing? I'm going on a toy hunt. And yeah, I got like the first parking space too. They must have gotten the memos. That's awesome. Let's get inside, let's see what they got. First up, WWE. Not a bad selection, really. Kushida. I'm really curious about this Bob Orton. I might end up getting this. I don't have any Ortons, and I do need another Triple H. We'll think about it. I'm gonna install the Blue Universal title, of course. Okay. Not bad. Here we go. Here's the money. Yas. No. How much Origins though? Just looks like Clamp Champ. Now they've got Mosquitour and Ram Man. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna wait on those though. Ooh, Savage He-Man. Yeah, I'm getting this. That's cool. It comes with Oraco. Gotta have Oraco. Andra. Skeletor, Andra. Stinkor. Skeletor. And Andra. God, Fisto. Yes! Yes! That's such a good find. I'm really excited about this. I prefer the Origin Scareglow because he glows all over, but this is still pretty wicked. I think I'm going to go with these two. That's a lot for one trip. Ooh, let's get a different one. Man, all these boxes are kind of messed up. Yeah, they're all damaged. That's in pretty good shape. All right. So we got this guy, and Scareglow. That's a pretty solid haul. And then Faker. Alright, not bad. Not bad. Let's see, y'all. Check out some of the other stuff real quick. Love those Fortnite figures. They're just in perfect 3.75 inch scale. They have some pretty cool designs too. That's cool. These DC multiverse ones are pretty sick. Well, that's a solid little Batman figure. I love that Batmobile. That's my favorite Batmobile since Adam West. Oh, these are reaction figures, okay. I thought these were the new O-Ring series, but they're not. Still kind of cool though. I have destroyed everything. Son of a gun. Okay, I'm not good at this. Ooh, those are cool. I like that. It's a hard goods cake though. Okay. Nothing really here striking my fancy. I don't have the O-rings yet. Oh well. turtle legend. I don't know where they are. Still $22.99. Oh well. Alright. It's a pretty good run though. Oh. Forgot to check the end caps. I like that check the snake. That's a very important check the snake. It's from when he used the cobra to attack Macho Man in the ring. I remember watching that live, man. I was freaking out. Freaking out. Yeah. Oh, they got the Battlefield Masters. That's cool. Panther. Okay. Right on, y'all. Alright, so not a bad go, really. We found Savage He-Man and Orko 2-pack and effing Scareglow. Thumbs up.
All right, here we are, everybody, fresh from the 40th birthday toy hunt, and we found two amazing figures. We actually found more than two figures. We found some deluxe figures that we don't have, but we didn't buy them yet. And we also found some other Masterverse figures that I don't have, so Stinkor and Andra, but I wanted these two definitely much, much more, and knew I could justify buying two figures, but 4 was going to be a little bit hard, even if it was my birthday. Oh, I should have gone 4 for 40. Dang it. Oh well. But as you can see, we got the Deluxe Savage He-Man that comes with Orko, and we also got Scareglow. Both of these are from the Masterverse series, which of course comes from Netflix's Masters of the Universe Revelation. And if you haven't watched it yet, ignore the fanboy reviews and go watch it. See what you think for yourself, because it's a really, really well-made cartoon. Let it stand on its own, let it tell its own story, and I guarantee you're going to love it. It's very... it takes a lot of the story elements from the old series, both the Filmation and the 2000X, and incorporates some of the more modern stories that we've heard since then, like stuff from Dragon Ball and just all these other cartoons that have made an impact since the Filmation days. That's neither here nor there. We're going to open these bad boys up. We're going to take a look at them, and we're going to start with this deluxe pack. So I'm going to take Scareglow. I'm just going to set him to the side here, and let's take a closer look at Savage He-Man and Orko here in the box. Look pretty cool. He-Man looks really ripped. My wife especially liked his look in this figure. I don't know why. He looks pretty awesome. He's ripped. He's got the brown wash to really make his muscles stand out. He's not as big as Savage He-Man is in the series, which is a little bit of a letdown, but it's still cool that we're getting this design. And that giant battle axe, man, that thing's just amazing. And Orko looks cool. This is his appearance in the early part of the series. He looks cool. He looks fine. I like it. Let's take a look at the back here. Big old Savage He-Man. It gives you a better idea of how big he was in the cartoon itself. He's much bigger. It's kind of like watching Broly from the old Dragon Ball Z movies run around and kick ass. That's the size and stature of Savage He-Man. He's just a monster. But we're going to get this guy open, and we're going to take a better look at him. We'll be right back. Here is He-Man and Orko inside their inner bubbles. You can get a look at them without all the glare going on from that outer packaging. Looks cool. It's pretty much what you think it's going to be. You get the Savage He-Man, you get the Orko, you get the giant battle axe, the power sword, and that spear. My guy's probably going to be posed with the spear because I plan on giving this battle axe to my... what's his name? Andre the Giant Origins figure, because I've just seen pictures of it. It looks really cool together. But I'm going to get these guys out. We're going to take a closer look at both of them, both in terms of their articulation and their detail, and we'll get started. Okay, as you can see, we've gotten Savage He-Man, Orko, and all the accessories out of the package here. We've got the 2 extra hand sculpts here and here, the spear, the sword, the axe, and Orko himself. We're going to start with Oraco the Great, because he is amazing, and he's always been one of my favorite characters, and the detail on him is pretty fantastic. His little wizard hat has a lot of detail. You've got the little red jewel there, the cord going around it. You've got the little cord sticking out at the top there. He's got his droopy ears. Eyes look pretty cool. He does have head that articulation. It can move all around. He can look up. He can look kind of down, side to side pretty easily. Not much head tilt, but there is a little bit there, so that's pretty cool. His scarf has got some nice detail, and so does his little costume. You can almost see the fibers, it almost looks like, in that mold. So that's really cool. I appreciate that kind of detail. And in terms of arm articulation, it looks like he just has a ball joint on the shoulders. It doesn't have any bendies, but he is pretty soft, so he could probably pose in a lot of different ways if you were patient enough. And he also comes with this stand. He comes out attached to it. It looks like, yeah, it can come off pretty easy. It's just a little pop-on joint like that, and you could have him just kind of sitting on the ground if you want it to. But I like this. I like it because it's clear, and so it's going to match pretty much any decor. I know a lot of people wanted it, some purple or blue in it and stuff, and I get that, but for me this is quite okay because it will just reflect whatever decor I have going on around him. Uh-oh, I don't know if I can get this guy back in there. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Give me just a second. Okay, we got him back on there. I probably won't be taking him off of that stand again anytime soon, just because it was a booger getting him back on there. And it is a little bit loose once it's actually on him. You can see he kind of has a tendency to wiggle around on it, but he mostly stays where you put him, so that's really what matters, is does he stay in the position that you put him in, and for the most part he does. Like right there, he has a little bit of a problem, but that's okay. For me, that doesn't bother me too much, but keep that in mind if you're looking to get this to add it to your collection. The stand could be a little bit loose on him, and it is hard to get it back on him once you've taken it off because the looseness of the joint there just kind of flopped around, and it was hard to get it in the hole. Okay, Savage He-Man. This is the man of the hour. Looks pretty cool. He does have this weird stoop, though, which is kind of strange considering he's about the same size and sculpt as the original He-Man figure from this line. So I don't know what to think about that, but I like the loincloth. It's much more savage, much more brutal. I like the brown wash on the muscles. I think that looks cool. He does, it looks like his arms are a slightly different color from his chest. That could be my lighting, but I don't think it is. It looks like they're almost made of different materials. Like if we get really close, there's kind of a texture to his chest that isn't on the arms. So that's a very strange choice. I don't know why that is. And if you have this figure, let me know if you have the same issue going on with yours, because I have not noticed that before on a Masterverse figure. He also comes with these weapons. Okay, he comes with, of course, the Sword of Power, and this is the same Sword of Power that's come with Scareglow and He-Man, and even Faker, except Faker's is painted differently, but it's the same mold. It looks like they're putting this out as many times as they can, which I'm okay with, because I always lost my power swords when I was a kid, and that was frustrating. You get this epic battle axe. There's all kinds of battle damage and cracks on it, nice details. In the blade, even down to the handle itself. It's got some pretty good details. And then finally you get this spear, which I really like, because this is like a Stone Age flint spear. You can see the lashing that really is supposed to be keeping the spearhead on. There should probably be some lashing around it too, but that's okay. It's a cartoon, you know. The wood is pretty cool looking. It does have a bit of detail on it in terms of its shape and texture, so it's not just a brown stick that's all smooth and stuff. So I like that, and I love the detail on the stone tip itself. That's just a really cool detail, and I dig that a lot. Let's go ahead and switch out his hands real quick, just so we can try these weapons on him. There's one hand, and pop, there goes the other. Oh, sorry, keep bumping y'all. I hope y'all can't feel it. If you can, leave me a comment, and if you can't, leave me a comment, and like, and subscribe. These are never quite as easy as the Origins ones are, which is weird because these parts are meant to be modular, so you would think they would pop on and off pretty easy. Okay, we got his hands on there. I think, yeah, we got those on there pretty good. And let's throw the spear in here real quick. Good. Let's see if we can get two hands on it. Oh yeah, articulation. His shoulders are much better than the previous figures I've had. They're nice and loose, but not too loose. They'll hold their place. This one was stuck at first, but as soon as it moved, it was completely free. He's got the torso crunch and rotate, bicep rotation, wrist rotation. He's got the double jointed elbows that don't really go that far because the muscle molds are too big for it to really do anything. But then, well, that one kind of bends, so that's nice. So he can get some pretty good bends out of these. His legs, pretty much the same, forward, back, out, thigh swivel. He also has a boot cut swivel, which looks kind of funky since it's just his leg. He has the double jointed knees. Both of those are pretty good. The right one, the right one is tight at the top, so I'm probably going to take my heat gun to that to loosen it up a little bit. And then, of course, his ginormous feet. They can go forward and back. They can rock. There we go. And I think they can rock side to side some too. Yeah, there's a little bit of side to side movement there. Ooh, his leg seems to be, there we go, a little ratcheted there. All right, let's see. Uh-oh. That looks kind of funky. Oh, well, we'll get this spear into his hand real quick, see how he poses with it. Yeah. Oh, no. Okay, his head does turn. He looks funny as fuck with his head turned, though. I don't know. That just looks funny to me. So we're just gonna set that straight, and we will put him here, and we're just gonna put the axe in the other hand for now. Well, if we can get it in his stupid hand. Give me just a second, y'all. There we go. Now we got Savage He-Man posed up there with his axe because he's a lumberjack and he's okay. Sleeps all night and he works all day. And up next, we've got Mr. Scareglow. I'm super excited about this guy. I've wanted him in the Origins line forever, and now I've got him in the Revelation, the Masterverse line. So this is my first Scareglow. Very excited. Let's get him out of the box and take a look. I've already undone the tape here, so it'll be a little bit easier. Comes right out there. We're going to throw away the carnage. Oh, no, I forgot to show you the art, though. As you can see here on the back, we've got the big scary Master of Subternia here on the back. With his green ghost energy coming out behind him, looking all badass. Scareglow, evil ghost of Skeletor, and of course we know that means that's because he's owned by Skeletor, he's his minion. And then we've got the cross-sell of Stinkor, Fisto, Andra, and Scareglow. We already have Fisto. We did see Stinkor and Andra tonight at Target, but we decided to forego those to get this one and Savage He-Man. Hopefully we'll be adding those to our collections in the near future. Okay, first things first, let's pop these hands out. It's got some pretty good detail there with the painting, and that is sculpted. Those bones are kind of sculpted on there. It's kind of hard to tell in the camera, but they're not just painted detail on a regular hand. They are kind of sculpted to feel more like bones. That I also like that because it makes it easy to find out which hands are his without having to worry about matching up skin tones and stuff, which, as Savage He-Man has taught us, that might be a little bit difficult on these. Same with his right fist. There's texture in the bones that is a detail that's kind of carved into it. It's a part of the mold, which is nice. So we're going to throw that down right now. Now let's take out his Bardachet or whatever it is. His long axe thing that's not quite a halberd. Looks cool, it looks fine. I mean, it's nothing special. It's all one color. It's got some pretty okay detail on it. It's a standard Masterverse weapon, if you ask me. It's nothing to stand out, but it's nice quality. It's firm, it's solid, it's not going to break. We're going to drop that down. Let's get the man of the hour out of his packaging here. And on the back, you can see he does have the soft good capes. And is he tied in here? Yes, he is tied in by plastic ties at the feet and at the arms. Now, the Savage He-Man and Orko, only Orko was tied in. No, neither of them were tied in, actually. They were both free to come out, and they came out pretty easily, so that was really nice. I don't like these, but I like them better than the stupid rubber bands they use on most of the Origins figures. God, I hate those things, man. See, I can break those easy, but the other ones, they hurt. And he comes right out of the package once we got those. We're going to throw away that plastic real quick. And let's take a closer look at Mr. Glow. Okay, first thing I noticed right out of the package is this left shoulder is very stuck. It is pretty much stuck in this position. So we're going to have to take the heat gun to that. This one goes up a little bit, will not go down. This one will go up a little bit, but it won't go down. It kind of starts to go down and then it stops. So we'll have to take the heat gun to that. Same for this one, starts to go down and then gets stuck. And it's not being stuck by the body, it's something in the shoulder joint itself. And that's a big problem, and I really want to see Mattel address these things in future lines, because this is really frustrating. The knees, the left knee is tight. The bottom joint bends pretty easy. Top joint seems to be stuck there. Right knee seems to be pretty much the same. Bottom joint works fine, top joint not so much. He does have boot swivel and thigh swivel. He has the bicep swivel, wrist swivel, and pivot on his wrists as well, and of course his head articulation too. Now, Scareglow's head in this figure glows in the dark. His whole body doesn't, but it's still part of him. And, oh, I just noticed, the hands themselves are actually translucent slightly. They're kind of smoky. If you look, you can see they kind of let light through them just enough so you can notice it. So I like that. I wish the whole body was like that, but that's okay. You know, it's still a pretty cool detailed figure. If we look at the face, it's got some nice sculpted details and some pretty nice touches with the paint there. There maybe could be a little bit more detail around the teeth, but when you're dealing with glow-in-the-dark plastic and stuff, it can be hard to get that right balance so you don't, you know, mess up the glow-in-the-dark feature. Let's go ahead and get his weapon in his hand here. Get him looking all epic and stuff. Stand him up. He stands up pretty good. Ooh, his boots are shiny. I like those boots. Let me borrow those boots. These boots rule. These boots suck. All right, we're going to turn out the lights, and we're going to see if we can see this guy glowing in the dark. And like I said, it's only his head joint, or his head, that will glow. So we're going to get rid of the big light, small light, and one more to go, small light. And there he is, glowing in all of his glory. It's like it turned on. He looks super sick, though. Oh, I love that. Let's get a little bit of a closer look of the glowing effect. There he is. That's kind of spooky, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. That's kind of spooky. And especially since my camera won't focus on him because it's so dark. I dig it. Oh, I dig it so much. Let's get some lights back on in here. Oh, that's so cool. I love, that's the kind of action feature I want more of. Stuff like glow in the dark and things like that. Stuff that doesn't really affect the posing as much. Yeah, that's really cool. I dig this guy. Big problem with the articulation, though, being stuck in both of his shoulders and his knees. Same problem with Savage He-Man with that right shoulder and right knee being a little bit stiff. We want to make sure we get those loosened up either with boiling water or maybe a heat gun on low for you know, a minute maybe. Should loosen those up, and I'll let you know how that goes once I do it. Oh, details on this guy. He does have the soft goods cape. It is that kind of thinner material that we've seen on Skeletor's cape, but it's consistent with the rest of the line. And he has the same kind of detail work on his cloak, on the plastic part of his cloak, as Orko here does on his scarf and tunic. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Do wish the rest of him glowed in the dark or was translucent. That would have been cool. I do like the bright colors on him. His boots are just fantastic. Those things are awesome. And the glow-in-the-dark feature is really cool, too, so I dig that. For display purposes, these guys are amazing, and I got to give them a thumbs up for that. For play purposes, not so great because of those stuck joints. And hopefully in the next wave, which includes Merman, Teela, Viking He-Man, and Barbarian Skeletor, hopefully those will be more posable right out of the package without any kind of modification. Because I've already had one figure break, and I've got 3 more now that have stuck articulation. No, 4 more, because Skelegod still has stuck articulation. My new one does, but anyway, we'll cross that bridge as we get there. I hope you've enjoyed this toy hunt and unboxing and review. I had a lot of fun doing this today. I've had a really great day. It was the best 40th birthday I've ever had, and hopefully I'll have many more coming up soon. Keep collecting the way you like to collect, whether that's keeping your figures mock, opening them for display or for play, however you like to do it's the right way to do it, and if anybody else tells you otherwise, tell them you're going to claim the power of Grayskull without the conduit of the sword, and you're going to ravage their world. Ooh, yeah. Anyway, until next time, I'm Jonathan, and I'm out.